Have a Merry Christmas at the Geek House. It's better to give than to retrieve. Merry Christmas, Dad, and, well, my stepmother values her privacy. Hence the coin! So yesterday was depressing as all heck. And today, I have a no caffeine headache because I was trying to be all macho and not drink any coffee. Yeah.
The wacky world of MultimediaJay.
Too little, too late? Maybe, but I finally got the Bah Humbug hat out of the closet. Let's finish up the goodie pile over by the project area. So what's left of all of this as old clunky clunks to a stop, if you can hear it? Well, the old Walmart finally has some of these blue rugs back in stock. Traditionally, they've had everything but the blue rugs, so I'm surprised that, well, I can swap out some of the rugs here anyways, but, yeah, not much. Some of this is clutter that was brought over from other places as well, and do you really want me to, do a video about a label maker? The label maker is going to play a role in something I've got planned for later on, but no, my head's got to clear from the mess from earlier first. In order to do something constructive, though, the new toner's in place, the new toner's in the printer, but I wanted to show you something from the old toner first. Here's the LaserJet 85A, and here's the one it replaced. For those of you doubters out there wondering why I prefer laser printers, introductory print cartridge. This is the original toner from that printer from 2011, and I finally swapped it out in 2017. After years and years of occasional black and white printing. That's why I buy the laser printers, even though toner is more expensive than ink. Plus, toner is a powder. It doesn't dry up like ink does when the printer sits for a while between printouts. Next question I have to answer. With all the garbage trouble that I've had with cheap tripods, does Walmart's newfangled in-store brand, I'm guessing, Black Web, finally solve my tripod issues? Because the tripod that I've been running into the ground is one where things are starting to slip from how many times it's been folded and unfolded. I tried that cheap one from B&H, I tried another cheap one, and I have yet to find something that can actually replace that tripod that I bought many years ago and have been running into the ground ever since. So this is a not-so-cheap tripod, and let's see how much better it is, if at all. Good, nice tall tripod that I've been looking for, but it has the same problems as other cheap tripods. All the mechanical stuff is made out of plastic, except for the thing that sends it up and down. So I imagine wear and tear will clean this one in a few years too. Let's see if I can at least get a few more years out of this. Now, I may sound spoiled than the last one. Now, I may sound spoiled, but that's because back in my audio-visual days, something like this would be sturdy enough to support a VHS camcorder. Yeah, VHS, right? But most importantly, it would be made out of all metal, so it would last for years and years and years, especially if you kept it oiled. Not so sure about this plastic stuff, though. Geek House Laundry! This is a special load of socks. I've gone through the socks that I don't want. Some of them are being thrown out. The rest are going to be donated in some way, shape, or form. More on that later. A lot of them are like new. I just bought the wrong kind and never wore them. But let's run them through the wash with some fabric softener and the whole 9 yards anyways. Clean them up good one last time before giving them away. 'Tis the season to be benevolent to those less fortunate. Okay, this was a Black Friday SKU. I think the universal remote has sat around long enough. Let's at least take it out of the packaging. There we go, I'm like everyone's dad right now. Yeah, new remote for the TV, or something like that. Maybe that's a dated reference or something. Maybe a holdover from the 90s or something like that, but Universal Remote is up and running. It's controlling the AV receiver and the television, so I can have one cheap remote instead of having to chase down two of them. That's an improvement. Why is the washer squeaking? Finally, ready for a maiden voyage on this thing. This is a Black Friday Brother label printer, and it looks like an 80s calculator because it's not as bubbly as the other ones I've seen. Let's turn it... What? Ah, there we go. 7th time's the charm? Yeah. So, yeah, basically, this pig takes 6 AAA batteries. I gotta find a 9-volt adapter with a negative tip that fits this. So, No, let's just type something and print it. See what the sample ribbon looks like, or the sample cartridge looks like. So, why am I... Copies, one. Yeah, it's like the one I have in the office. Is there a thing to push down to... Yeah, there is. There we go. Yay! So why did I even bother getting a label maker? Well, obviously to label stuff. Why do I want to label stuff? This is that 5S thing that I've been talking about. It's a business concept that came over from Japan. I first learned about it many, many years ago, long time ago, and it's something I'm a big fan of. It's basically 5 Japanese words that reference being organized and things having their place and creating order from chaos. Well, one easy way that I've been applying this sort of thing is everything has its place, that place is labeled. I took some steps to do that a little bit better when I decided to get some see-through drawers for all the parts and put everything inside labeled bags. But that was done with a black marker. For things like, say, maybe desk drawers or something along those lines, I could probably use this in order to make some proper labels and have them be a bit more peelable than you know, so everything has a home, basically. And if I ever want to, you know, do this kind of stuff, then I'll just use this. I'll probably got to find a 9-volt block for it and just print the label somewhere near a plug, though, so I don't have to use up 6 rechargeable AAAs for this thing when I'm only going to occasionally use it. But, yep. There we go. Black Friday label maker, ready to go, ready to, with its sample cartridge thing for the ribbon, ready to make labels if I want to label things up to be better, to be more organized. Why was that so difficult for me to say? Whatever.
Epic fail.
For the second year in a row, at least one person has decided to get me some kind of cologne. Some kind of cheap cologne around Christmas time. The last go around it was some kind of Axe body spray thing. I mean, I don't really wear, you know, stuff like this. I don't mess around with this kind of stuff, but you can tell it's not too well. Besides the whole tacky ripping off the price tag thing. Let's see if I can tell. It's red. Was this a markdown at Target or something? But what we have here is Intense Collection, black, blue, and red. But notice what's on the bottom, and this is the sort of thing that got me cracking up when I saw it. Inspired by Polo Ralph Lauren. Inspired by Polo Blue Ralph Lauren. Inspired by Polo Red Ralph Lauren. The inspired by thing gets me thinking that, yeah. Name dropping, but may not necessarily be the real deal. I don't know. Let's see what these things smell like. Time to make myself sneeze. How aqua velva-ish are these things? Blue! Rubbing alcohol mixed with cologne. I think it's wearable, though. Should I let it air out before I try the other two? Let's try this one. Black. Intense for men. How intense? So intense that I just shot myself in the glasses with it. Probably not a smart idea, and I'm glad I was wearing the glasses. Not as intense, but I don't really know what to think of that. Alright, let's get the red. Let's get the red and see what that's like. Or maybe it's mixing with the blue and whatnot. Well, the project area is going to smell pretty good. Alright, let's do this first. Get some, yeah, there we go. Don't get shot in the, there we go. I don't know. I'm not really a big cologne person, so I can't really say that. I don't really know what to think of this, but it smells like something, so, you know, if I ever need to get all formal and stuff, I think blue's my favorite out of the three. So, but then again, I'm the one that used to pull aqua velva pranks in college, where, you know, people would wander in drunk and I'd, you know, put a spray bottle thing in a thing of aqua velva and spray it. What's that smell? Oh, don't tell me you aqua velva the place again. Come on. Yeah. Well, to the bathroom with those, and I'm not really much of a cologne person, but maybe I should start trying to use up what I have. Lastly, the Hitachi Travel Star, 1 terabyte, 7200 RPM hard drive to replace the 5400 RPM, which has failed as a Steam drive in that little StarTech box. Yeah, I tried playing games on the Turd Shiba with a 5400 RPM, that green hippie drive in there from earlier. It has not worked out. Elder Scrolls Online's load times went from relatively long to completely off the charts. Time to go back to 7200 RPM, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with that 5400 though. It's only good for storage and stuff like that, but not actually for running things. I'd have to find, or maybe put it in the PlayStation 3. Maybe mid-2000s hardware won't be an issue in terms of the 5400 RPM speed of the drive. I don't know. We'll figure that out some other day. For now, I want my games drive back, darn it. Hippie, 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 hippie. Yeah, something like that. 1 amp versus 5 volts. Where's the 5 volt thingy on here? 800 milliamps. Nothing has changed since the last time, well, since the hippie hard drive thing. This thing still actually draws less current, despite the higher RPMs. And just like that, it's Christmas Eve, and we're back to 7200 RPMs in the games drive, but I'm going to save this for happier times. We began this WWMJay with a Christmas card from Dad, and here's the other one. This one was the money card that counted as the Christmas present. Ay, 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 ay. Well, 2017 has been a year of change, indeed. But at this point, who knows what's next? Till next time, this is MultimediaJay, signing off. Thanks for stopping by.